So welcome back. We are going to assign ourselves this is our very first task. So you already know what article has been given to you. This is how you are going to assign yourself the article. You come over to these articles for creation, then you click on the pen tool. I don't know how it is going to show on your own phone, but it may show something that looks like this very one, like a pen tool. So when you click on that very one, you can see that all these arguments we're having, that this one is to correct, this one is not correct. Anyone can edit this thing. That's why it's called an open source project. So if you see any spelling that is not correctly done, please log in first. Make sure you are logged in. Then click on that pen tool. Go to that place, locate it, adjust the spelling, and then you publish it. But it has to not be created yet. It has to be showing in red color. The Jukun side of it has to be showing in red color, like this. So all these ones that are showing in blue color, they have already been created. These ones have not yet been created. That's why they are red. By the time we start creating this one, they start changing to blue color, all of them. So if you see it in blue color, you may not be able to change the spelling. Just leave it like that. Inside the article, then you adjust the spelling. When we see it, we'll move it, the head to the right spelling. So I'm going to assign myself this very first one, Wapan. And this is how to do it. Maybe I'm too fast again. By the side of these articles for creation, check what is by the right hand side. Whatever is showing you, click on it. Once it opens, you'll see it this way. I'll go to this not assigned. I'll delete it and then replace it with 1, 2, 3, 4. This symbol is called the tilde. So I've replaced it with tilde. But first of all, I have to be logged in. If I'm not logged in, it's not going to sign my name. You can see the name is already signed here. You don't have to write it manually. Please don't write it manually. All you need to do is to put this one, 4 of it. And then when you are done, you click on publish changes. If you are using a mobile phone, you are going to see it differently. So this is how your mobile phone is going to show. I'm going to change it to a mobile interface. This is how you are going to see it on your phone. You see this symbol here, like this. Click on it, and then go to any article you have been assigned. Let's say you have been assigned Ukari. You delete this one, and then replace it with 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you scroll up by the right hand side, you see a blue arrow, and then you see publish. Click on publish. Oh, so I'm assigning, but I'll undo this one right now. So if I make any error right now, I usually go to this very place, this last edit, click on that very place, and then go to this place and click on undo. It's going to undo everything that I've done. So I publish changes. So you can see it's back to the way it was before now. So anything you see, and whatever I have done like this, it is recorded, all the actions I've done. So anybody who comes to say they want to vandalize the site, their records will be checked every moment that they have done it, every moment, and to be traced back to them. And if it's not traced back to their name, to be traced to their IP address, and the IP address will be blocked. That's why we're having some issues of IP address, but sometimes you don't have to do anything. The robot will block it because there's too much of people editing at the same time with the same network. So please, you know your articles. Start to click on this very pen to add your name to this very table.
You need to create the account. The one you have an IP address. So your own case is different.
There are some people here, they are yet to create their account as participants. Some they try to break the account, but it's not working.
Okay, let me get it straight. What browser are we using? Chrome. So sometimes if you are creating, you see IP block. So that one is because the activity is happening here is happening simultaneously. So they flag the IP address around this place. But after leaving this place, for those of you who are unable to create an account, if you go back to your homes, try the same process again. Your account will be created. Try the same process again, your account will be created. Yes, we advise you can use any other one, but we usually advise you using Google Chrome. So that one is seamless.
Please, can you go on this process again? Because there are some that you don't understand.
Yeah, I'll go very slowly because of the time I was going fast. But if I go this once, I'm not going to go again. That'll be the end. So this is the way it shows on your mobile phone, just as it is. So you see a symbol here that looks like your pencil by the right hand side. This one, you can see this one. So please click on it on your phones. Once it opens, you see this very page. So let's assume that your own article is Jinnah today. All you need to do is, so while I'm describing, some people are busy looking elsewhere. Then later on they'll say they have not seen whatever I'm saying. So I'm not going to repeat again. Never. So let's assume that my own article is Jinnah. So all I will need to do is make sure that I'm logged in first. Make sure you are logged in. Once you are logged in, go over to that place, remove this not assigned, remove it. Don't remove any other thing again, only that one. Then replace it with 1, 2, 3, 4. This very symbol is called the tilde. Four of it, only four. So please search for it. I will show you again. You don't even have to know ask where it is. If you have read this very page, you don't even have to ask. It is already there on your page. All you need to do is copy and paste it. That's all. So I will show you. Once you are done this one, then you go to this very top part of it. This very blue arrow at the very top. Click on publish, and then click on publish again. Once you have done that, it will record your name and then your time, the time you signed in. But I'm not going to publish this very one right now. So look at the page very well. Look at the page very well. Please look at the page very well. She's looking elsewhere. So look at the steps. Steps number 3. Replace not assigned with 4 tilde. All you need to do is to highlight and copy. Any phone you are using will copy this one. Highlight and copy. And then you go and then you paste it and publish it. It's done. So I think if you don't understand this very one, you may not be able to understand me. I'm not going to repeat myself anymore. So we need to actually finish up and then we leave because many people have other things they want to do. If we keep on repeating it, we won't do anything else. So for those of us who are already understanding or who already understand it, I want to create the article on WAPA, but I will need your support to translate it. So this is the English article. After you have assigned yourself this very article, which none of us has already assigned, okay, only one person has assigned. Yavini Ladi is the only person who has assigned herself this very article for zapping. So any other person is still on the way coming. But let's assume that we have already assigned ourselves the article. Now this is how you do it. Click on the English equivalent. You open it first, click open, and then you highlight whatever you want to translate as much as you want. You can highlight more than this, but let's just assume you highlight this one only, and then you copy everything that is there. Once you are done with this, you go back to the table, go to the article you want to create in Wapa, click on your article in Wapa, you see create page, click on create page. Once it opens, you paste whatever you copied from English to Wapa, then you publish. You can say in this very summary that I want to create a new page, and then you click on publish and click on OK. So once it does, you have already created. So this is the very first article on this Wapan Wikipedia, but there's a problem with it. It's in English. We need to change it to Wapan. So and please, if you do it like this, don't leave it like this. So in English, there will be problem on the long run. So all you need to do is go back to this very edit. You see edit, your phone has it. Are we looking, or are we looking at something else? Okay, so you click on this very edit, and then once it opens, you see Wapa in bracket Juku, but we don't have to explain it the way Hausa people or English people know it. We only explain it the way only us understand it. Delete any other one that doesn't apply. So all you need to do is, so how do we now say Wapa in bracket Jukun Wapa or Wapa Juku? I don't know whether you say it Wapa Jukun also in the language. Okay, Jukun Wapa. So, but the title has to be bold, and if you have to make it bold, you put three apostrophe, one, two, three. The American one, not the British one. The British one is double. This is the British one. You don't use this one. It's this one, simple. One, two, three. By the time you put it here, one, two, three, this one will become bold. But by the time you put it here, everything here will be bold. And if you want to see what I mean, look at it. It is bold. But you can make this one bold. But if you have a bracket, only what is inside the bracket will be bold. You won't add this parenthesis. They will be unbolding. So the two of them are bold. So you can check it again. You can see it like this. Then or paragraph, well, in the natively paragraph doesn't exist, isn't it? Yeah. So Wapa in bracket Wapa Jukun, also known as Ukari, but this one is the one that outsiders know, not what insiders know. So we can delete this one. So Wapa, all this information is based on that very one. This is where we start the translation. Wapa is a major Jukunoid language of Nigeria. So how do we say Wapa is a major Jukunoid language of Nigeria in Jukun? So major is big. You can use the word for big for major. And then Jukunoid, you can just write it as Jukunoid. You can change the spelling to Jukunoid, or Jukunoid means anything that sounds like Jukun or that looks like Jukun. You can choose to use even the word Jukunoid itself without changing anything. Then you know the word for language already. So Wapan is a, how do we say is? Chi, ci.
No, we put in CHI now.
Okay, don't use ci anymore.
CHI.
Okay,
So that
chi.
everybody will know
Even that that
Okay, ch now. Okay, that was a small problem, so we'll adjust it later. So wapa chi nene zinene jukunoid anene.
Chinene, no, Anine, Chinene, Chinene.
Wapa chi nene jukunoid. So who of, okay, boo.
no, you remove that Jukun noise.
No, jukunoid has to be there now.
That's the Pajuku. That's the Pajuku now.
Okay. Apa juku.
Nene bu Majuku, don't put that.
Remember the A. EU. No. EU, not you.
Guapa
No, no,
juku.
no, no, no. Not after.
Bupa juku. Of Nigeria. Ba Nigeria. Ba Nigeria. Ba Ki Nigeria. Like this. But there's an issue with the Pajuku. The Pajuku, I will listen. The Pajuku represent Jukun, isn't it? But not Jukunoid. Okay, Pajuku. Okay, people. Oh,
That share this in the Jukun noise,
Yeah.
language family.
yes, language family.
This Pajuku,
Mm.
that
Jukunoid.
Jukun is coined from this thing now to have Pajuku.
Yes. You also know that there's a language called Edo, isn't it? There's a language called Edo. But still, there's Edoid languages. So Edo is an Edoid language. Is an Edoid language. Anything that sounds like that very Edo is Edoid. Like Utep is a Jukunoid language. They may not say they are Juku, isn't it? They may say they are Juku, yes, but somehow, some people will say they are not Juku, isn't it? So they speak a Jukunoid language, but they are not really Jukun, according to the one that say they are not Jukun.
Okay.
But Jukunoid is that family.
Let's say Chinene bu Majuku, ba Chijuku. In Nigeria. Juku is the general name. I've told you about hotel is under it.
Okay, let's use that one. Let's use that one. Isn't it? But later on, if you encounter any challenge, later you bring it back or you form a new word. But for now, let's use this one because this one is going to take us a long time.
That's why it's not just there should be this
This one, this is Ba'a. This is not Ba'a now. This is Ba'a. This is a glottal stop.
Remove it.
Like Niger Congo languages don't need to use apostrophe. It's a long monophthong sound. You don't have to put apostrophe for Niger Congo language. Only Hausa. Hausa is a glottal language. Hausa, Arabic, Hebrew, they are the ones that use glottal stops with an apostrophe at the top. We will use long one, all from here down to South Africa.
why not use
Yeah, I don't have it right now in the computer.
mark this
I don't have it in the computer. Now this is the way it is. If I type without a tonal mark, you who understands the language, if somebody types without the tonal mark, please go and then put the tonal marks, because if I edit, it's not my property anymore. It's our property. So if you don't see it correctly spelled, go back, adjust it, put tonal marks. Anything that is missing, even with full stop, put full stop. That's the way it works.
I have a version, please. I'm trying to say this thing should read like Chini Nebu Pajuku, Ba Chi Juku, Ki Nigeria. I change Chi Ani Nebu. Abúlé rẹ̀ ata ìché rẹ̀ alùmọ̀gàjí àjùkù ní Nàìjíríà. Àwọn ìtara tí ìwà rẹ̀ differentiating rẹ̀ mọ́gájá ìché jùkù.
Okay, so okay like this.
Àjí jùkù ní Nàìjíríà. Ṣé the spelling
This one is not particular to some people.
Okay, see human
Like
beings.
two people that came in,
Like
that suddenly become particular.
Okay.
Like people, you can address people as particular.
Okay, that's human beings.
It's the language of people that are jùkù.
That's a non-proper noun. This is the proper noun. Okay, okay.
Nàìjíríà bẹ̀tà Chini nílẹ̀.
Okay, is the translation okay like this?
It's okay, but the spelling of jùkù, Nigeria.
Okay, the spelling. Is it like this? Nigeria. Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. Okay. Yes.
Names are not, is it not, names are not, they are supposed to be maintained now.
Not always.
How is this, should I say, incomplete now or what?
Not always. It depends on you, the language board. If you choose every name should be translated, every Olusegun Obasanjo, translate it to the way you call it in your language is allowed. But some people say no, everybody brings new rules. And it doesn't mean that they are correct, because it is human beings that bring rules and they want you to follow their rules. You make your own rules and follow your own rules. Like the Latin Wikipedia, every name they translate it to Latin way. If your name is, let's say your name is Ada, they can just change it to Adios. That's the way the Latin Wikipedia works. According to Latin rule or name rule, that's the way they work. But
I know, as linguists or language experts, we are all descriptive linguists, isn't it? But in this thing, the Jukun, they still maintain that exact Nigerian spelling.
okay,
The
so
English,
so if that's the way it is, that's Nigeria.
Listen now,
That's Nigeria.
the Nigeria will still maintain it.
Okay, so it depends on what you accept as what should be maintained in the orthography or in the language board of the
How is
Jukun.
it written? How is it written in
But,
Hausa?
but if we are to follow the orthography of the Jukun language, this very symbol gives us the ja sound, ja. But if you write G, it gives us the ga sound. That's the orthography you are following. But if you still want to maintain the spelling, regardless of the way your orthography pronounces every symbol, it's still fine.
How is it written in Hausa?
Hausa, they write it Nigeria. Nigeria. Or YA. I don't know. So you can change it to the way you pronounce it and it is done. It's whatever you want that should be done, not whatever one somebody from America that forms a new law that wants to be done that should be done. That's the way it's supposed to be done. like this. Nigeria. Nigeria. So it has to be as Jukun as possible. Okay, are we done with this one? Should we publish this one? Nigeria. So this one is the spelling we are going to maintain whenever we have Nigeria, Nigeria. So once you are done with the translation this way, all you need to do is to go to the pen tool. You see this arrow, this blue arrow at the top right hand side. Click on it, and then you can publish it. Once you publish, I've gotten 2 edits right now. So anytime you click on that publish and you send it, that's an edit. So you are required to do this kind of editing at least 12 times in a month. At least 12 times in a month until the Jukun Wikipedia gets approved in the close to 1 year's period from now. So you can now choose to add more side or more sections to this very article by going back to the English and then copying another side of it. Or maybe you can assign yourself another article and you keep translating. But it is advisable that you should always make your translations longer than 50 words. Longer than 50 words, because if you don't make it longer than 50 words, only small short lines, by the time it is getting close to publishing it, those people will come back and tell you that all your articles are too short. You must make it long. So you have to start a new ray of editing again to make it longer. So it's better we start it now, make it a bit longer. Like this very one that we have, this very one we have right now. The network is slow.
From one part you go down to one down to 50 or what?
I will show you.
Let me explain to you. About can you take it to that station?
Yeah, so
Comment be chi neneba a chiera agurantum anene agurantum agurantum a wait body kusa 50
Oh, the words.
so this is 12 words. 12 only. Okay, question.
Based on the changes that we made now, for somebody to complete like this, is it like maybe you have a whole passage or maybe you have a paper, a full paper about the given topic that you want to publish in Jukun language? I heard you say something about publishing about 12 times
In a month.
in a month, right?
Minimum.
Minimum 12 times.
Yeah.
The maximum you how many times?
No mass.
Then another question is it that for all those that are concerned, for example, those that are in here, that individuals must make that publication every month,
Individual.
so that we can now meet up with the target in a year.
Yes, individual. Because as you are seeing plenty people like this,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you hardly get 4 people among our population
When
here
we
that
get
want
out
to
of
do
this
it.
place.
Once we leave this place, many people will leave this world entirely.
So the more the faster.
So at the end of the day, we need at least 5 people that will be very active. At least that's the minimum. At least 5. But if you get 10 people, 12 people will be very happy. Because at the end of the day, you are building a community of Jukun translators. Like the old people that are among us, or the elderly people that are among us here, their time is getting very, you will soon replace them. So if they go, who would continue with the work?
Because I'm sitting down here, you're saying.
and it is a normal thing. Even they too, the time will come also, they will have to hand over also. Everybody will keep on going. Yeah.
Must, if I want to publish something, for instance, must I go to Google to search something about Jukun before I translate it? Or can I write my own article and post it on?
Yes, I'll come to that one later on. So this one is just for those who want to use the one that is existing in English already. But in case that very word doesn't exist in English yet, you go and create the topic yourself. It may not even be existing in the English Wikipedia. Let's say you want to create for Puje. Puje is not even in English Wikipedia at all. So you can create from beginning to the very end, only in Juku. And only Juku language will have it for the meantime. But other you can now translate it to English later on. But you have to have translation citations to back your claims in English. If you don't put citations in English, they will delete it. But Jukun, you don't have to have citations so long as you believe that it is correct. It is correct. If it is wrong, another person will correct it.
And secondly, assuming I have a page that I got from Wikipedia, then must I edit everything at a time, or I will copy a part and edit, then paste later I copy a part and edit?
That's exactly what you should be doing.
Okay.
Yeah, like this one, the one I copied, we have already translated it. So I can now go back to that same place, copy another part, and translate it. But let me show you one more thing before we leave this very side. So if you go back to the main board in the English version of it, this very one here, you see that this some people have already started creating articles already. So okay, so you can see this one has turned to blue color, but this one that are red, they have not been created yet. So if you click on the Wapa Juko, these ones have been translated, but this one is remaining. So you can now copy again these ones. But the way I like to do my own editing is not from the surface here. I'll go to the pen tool itself and then copy the inside of it. So all the computer language, I'll copy everything. You see two equal to here, two equal to equals. So this one will give us the subhead or this the subheading. If you put two, two here and then two here, so this one will become a subheading varieties. And then you can see the citation here. This is citation. This is ref open. This is the beginning of the citation, and then this is the end of the citation. But for Juku, you don't have to actually put the citation now. You can omit it, but you can still choose to put the citation for the future. So I'll just copy everything that's here and then go back to the Jukun again and click on Wapa. Once it opens, I'll go to edit tool again. This one always has to be the end. Nothing should be behind this except the interwiki link. Then I'll paste this one here again. Then varieties, I'll change varieties. How do we say varieties or types? Types. Attitude. 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 Okay. So Blanche in 2019 listed the following varieties as part of the Jukunwapa cluster. So how do we translate this one? Jukun Blanche 2019, he mentioned these varieties, these types of Kuta.
No.
Guatwitwi. As part of the Jukun cluster of the Wapan cluster, as part of the Wapan Jukun cluster or Jukun Wapan cluster. Add to it. No, the way you call it in the language, I think Wapa represents it already. So no need to clarify again. Yeah, that's for English and Hausa. Eh, so, as part of the group or cluster or family or compound, can do form for this. Translate cluster, compound. The word for compound.
This thing, that how to, it should, that age should not be there. The youth should be double. The youth should be double, yes.
Finsu wapa findo or findo wapa.
Where it is written.
That work.
Remove that then space. That's right.
Buapa. Buapa. So cluster has it been translated already? Like Wapa cluster now. Like the compound of Wapa or the family of Wapa. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we have the Wanu, Wapa. But how do you call Wanu in Wapa itself? How do Wanu? Banu. Okay, how do we translate? Okay, how are we going to translate actual, the actual one, the real one, the actual? What's the word for actual? Actual, the real one. Jinere, one jinere. That's Wapa, one jinere. That's Wapa proper. Okay, like this. Wapa wajindere. Okay, they're honey. Hone is a Jukun language also. It's spoken around Gombe. Hone, is it the same way you call it? Hone, Hone. It's a Jukunoid language like Wapa, but it's spoken in Pindiga, in Gombe State. And it's very close to this very Wapa here. So you call them the same way? Is it the same Hone? Or you have another name for them? No, their language itself. No, you don't have a name for their own language. Hone.
We just call them Jukun Wikipedia.
Okay, Jukun Pindiga. Okay, not Hone, because the Jukun Pindiga is the Hausa or the English version of it. Just the same way they call the Jukun Ukari. They call Wapan Jukun Ukari.
We have Jukun Fona.
Hone. Not Hona. Hone.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Please give us the first impression concerning the time.
Okay.
Give us the first impression concerning the time.
So the world want to go now.
Okay, sir.
Do we maintain the time or do we work at any time we want?
Sorry, sir. Um, so tomorrow is not going to take us much time like this because usually when we start the translation work, sometimes we have some delays and sometimes we exceed the time, unfortunately. But for some of us who are really very interested, once the time reaches, please remain with us. But if you have other things that are more important than what we have here, you can go. So it's very, very open for all of us to, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you I have another meeting.
Yeah, if it is very important, you can go, and then the ones that are,
I am very much time conscious. That's why I am asking questions. So if we can move anytime we want, if you have anything more than what is here,
Yes, sir.
we will be scattered.
Yes.
So I wish you best in.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So we need to
So please, if this very meeting is not important to you, you can please go. It's an open movement. It's an open movement. So we'll just publish this and then we go away to do other things.
our meeting tomorrow.
All right, so let's close it. Let's close it with this. We'll publish this one, and then that will be the end of it. Then tomorrow we can continue. Is it? So, the what is causing the delay is that I'm not a Juko speaker, and I actually need translation from you to help, and that's the reason why we're having the delay. Otherwise, we would have been done with it. So once you are done this way, you publish it again. This makes me have my third edit, and so you can continue like this until you are able to translate as much as possible within the month. So tomorrow by 10 o'clock in the morning, we would assemble, and then hopefully by 4 o'clock we'll be closing. 4 o'clock tomorrow. So please, apologies again for taking much of your time today. Tomorrow will be better than this one that we are having today. Please. But you have other copies of this. Please, can we have-
Tomorrow we are by 10. Tomorrow we are not going to
Okay, you have. Okay, this is the homepage for this very. Okay, but let's do one more thing. Register. Sorry, apology. We went to the Apple's place and we had to wait. Somebody was seeing it before we saw it. Sorry. This one. But I will have more computers. But this one is for sale. I'll make sure they send it to you tomorrow. Five. You must put it here. Or if you can just do it. Transport to park for the or we can just go with this very maybe another time. So you can look this people have attendance.
Yes. So, number one, we want to appreciate for coming. And secondly, we also apologize for the time distance. We're not supposed to be like this. We're supposed to start by 10 and end by 4. Right? So even on our own side, it's not easy on us. But then, we just have to do what we need. So please follow the time from 10 to 4. But then, as you're coming tomorrow, looking at the numbers we have today, we are trying to work with the smaller numbers. But if you know the work we are doing here is quite relevant for you, please make it a little bit small. Because we want to be as serious minded with the language. Not just, we're not looking for the crowd, we're looking for dedicated people who handle this project diligently. So please, if you know you have other things that you need to do, that coming to this place will be a more distraction that is better than being please attend to those things. We're not making it clear. And then we will come tomorrow, if you want to be here, we will work with you. Please. And then before we go, we have a little talking of just a sample of what is supposed to be happening. And then we also need to snap the blue photograph. So that you can also be part of the discussion. So I don't know. Yes, we're going to go downstairs. We're going to assemble the snap. So this is the assignment.
Where is the attendance?
It's
here. I cannot see you. Yeah.
If I hear that dress at all.
Why?
Lucas. The 460. $460. 460. 60. 560.
Let's go down, please. And have this now. So please let's go down as much just before.
Second, you.
Please let's go down and
Okay, agenda. Okay. Courage.
Okay, courage.
Daniel.
Courage. Spell.
CO.
CO. You. Okay, courage.
Daniel.
Daniel. In the app, I think I miss my pen.
That's great.
Well, Suba, will it be safe?
Akan cuma agak belok dia. Bukan saya ini di mana. Mana? Mana? Ini yang maksudnya dari belok dia. Oh ya. Good. That's all done on it should be said. Those who yes.